Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Mr Marvell and Friends. And today I have Louise, the nerdy archer, returning for a second episode. Yes, you are. How are you doing?
I am dying in this heat. We were promised thunderstorms this week and we haven't had them. And then my friend in another city has had thunderstorms and I'm immensely jealous because I love thunder. I love it a lot and I am so mad.
Yeah, I think we're getting thunderstorms in Essex, so yeah.
Bring it to Tampa, please. Please.
But yeah, it's quite humid. I feel quite humid at the minute.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
I'm very much a wet or a cold weather person. Like that week at the end of September where it's nice and sort of the leaves are falling off the trees and it's got a nice breeze and it's also sunny is like my perfect weather.
Yeah.
30-degree heat is not, especially when you spent 2 weeks doing archaeology fieldwork in it. No, it is the worst.
Well, yeah.
I got sunburnt on day one.
Factor 50?
Yep, and factor 50.
Well, let's hope my glasses don't steam up. There's already some signs of them steaming up, and I've got the windows open.
You'll jinx it now.
I think they're doing it already, but I lived with it last time. But anyway, what have you been up to, sort of gaming wise? What have you been playing?
Contrary to popular belief, I do play other games in the Assassin's Creed franchise that isn't Syndicate. I don't know. I got really into like a piracy mood recently. So I picked up Sea of Thieves again. And then earlier this week, just before E3 kicked off, I restarted Black Flag.
Nice.
And it's been a year at least since I touched that save file. And it was such a brand new save file. I hadn't even met Steve Bonnet yet.
Wow.
I had literally just started a save file, done the first cutscene and saved it. So I basically just started again. I'm at the where am I? I think I'm at the reveal of James Kidd at the Kidd reveal in like 4 days because that's all I've done.
Wow. I guess the games were shorter back then though, weren't they?
I am a terrible pirate. Do not get me to drive. I am a terrible pirate. But I am worse in Rogue, so that's all we shall say.
That's cool though. That's cool. That's my favourite AC game, I think.
I definitely missed how much I like Black Flag because it's one of the ones that's like, oh yeah, it's Edward. No, I've missed how much I like Edward. I just miss it.
That's cool. So I'm going to get into the first topic now, and I think it's basically E3 overall, but we'll start with Ubiforward.
Yeah.
What did you make of Ubiforward as a whole?
I think it depends on like the games that I thoroughly enjoy, which weren't really that featured. I wasn't really that enticed by it. Like there's points where I was like, oh, this is amazing, I'm quite intrigued by this, but as a whole, just no.
Yeah.
Like
I tend to agree.
Yeah. Like I'm a massive Just Dance person. Like I pretty much own all the games, but besides that was pretty much the main one for me. Like just the announcement for Just Dance 22. I was just besides that, it was just okay.
Yeah. I found it a bit underwhelming. Not too much going on, but let's get into the Assassin's Creed information. Yeah. So obviously, Siege of Paris, we had a trailer for that.
Yeah, one-handed swords.
That looks kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, were you at the workshop that the mentors did?
No.
Or did you do the catch-up?
I didn't do none of that. Yeah.
For those who don't know, who are watching, some of the mentors got invited to do like a workshop where we got to make one-handed swords, and I think they're picking 2 that are going to be a later update. I think I think they said August, but we haven't been confirmed yet. And like I know the designs that we picked to go in, and I really, really enjoy them, and I can't wait to see them in the game.
Wicked. We'll look forward to that then.
Yeah.
So, what did you make of the Siege of Paris trailer overall? What's
It was kind of like the whole thing, actually. Like, I just wasn't like I'm engaged by it, but it wasn't like how excited I was for, say, like the fate of Atlantis. It's just Paris, here's the thing, a couple of zazzy things. One of my friends who was recently just got into AC didn't realize that was Abel with the short haircut. They were like, who is this person? Who am I playing as? That's not Abel. And I'm like, because they played it as male Abel for the entire thing. Well, whereas I played as female Abel for the entire thing. So they were like, I don't know who this person is. I'm like, it's Abel. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she looks a lot different. Pretty cool. But for me, we'll get into the black box missions in a sec. But for me, it just looked like a glorified raid.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It just felt like more of the same stuff. Just, it's in France rather than, you're not sieging Tamworth Castle or something.
Yeah, it's just like a bigger version of that.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you're going to be in the surrounding areas. I think there was a mention of making alliances. So that bloody alliance map is going to return, where they just
the alliance map is returning. Probably, I'm assuming it's going to be something like Wrath of the Druids with like pacifying I know you said French kings, Irish kings, and like France Sinner and stuff. I don't know. It doesn't feel like they're doing anything new or innovative at this point besides the black box missions. But that's innovative as in we've not seen it since Syndicate.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. That interested me, but is that enough, really? All it looks like is a raid, a massive raid or several raids. The alliance map is returning, which I hated because there were so many of them in Valhalla. And my glasses are steaming up, as predicted, by the way. I'm just going to leave it this time, but
just accept your fate.
So bad. I've opened the windows, but it don't work. It's just so humid.
Barrels of glasses in summer.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you wear masks in shops, they steam up.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, Siege of Paris.
Black box missions. Yeah.
That is pretty cool. I must admit, I weren't expecting that.
Yeah. I'm very happy.
But
like they were a drawing point for like earlier games, particularly like some of the ones in Unity, and I think my favorite black box missions that we've seen before has been the Tower of London one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Easily my favorite one.
So
I'm quite happy that they're back, but I am worried about how they're being implemented. Does that make sense?
Like, are they introducing them just so there's something assassin-y in this DLC? Because so far we've got nothing in all the sort of DLCs. There's been nothing to do with assassins. We've had river raids, we've had the festivals, Wrath of the Druids, and now this.
Yeah.
So they're doing it. They're sort of shoehorning this in to say, "Oh, look, assassin stuff." That's my take on it.
Because it does just feel pretty much like just a Viking game at this point. And like when you compare it to things like Black Flag, for example, where it is a pirate game, but it is an Assassin's Creed pirate game because they add in the lore and stuff as well. So I'll be interested to see how they kind of, if they are going to go down that route of implementing the assassins, making Eivor an assassin if and when she wants to become one. Because she rejected it at the end of the main game. Like, she isn't one. She is a Viking. I wonder how they're going to do it, and particularly with France, and like we've seen stuff with Arno and like Balek and stuff, and the little bit at the end of Rogue with Shay. I do wonder like, A, how are they going to tie that in? B, how are they going to implement the existing lore there? And C, how are they going to build on it? Like, what little like hints are they going to have? And
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very worried.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, as I've said, it's an attack on a city. So how much Assassin's stuff can you shoehorn in? Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I don't want to be negative, but I kind of am being negative towards it because
Yeah.
we haven't.
I'm very cautious.
Yeah, because there's been so much expansions and DLC so far, and we've got nothing. Like,
Mm.
I think Locus said something about there being the bureaus possibly back.
Oh, okay.
Don't know how true that is, but I
Would they
want
be
Eivor to
working
react. What was that? Sorry.
would they be working bureaus, or would they be like the six in Valhalla's main game that were kind of abandoned from earlier periods to go and explore?
I think what reported was abandoned. So again, how does Eivor interact with that? She's just going to collect a codex. There'll be a
Yeah,
couple of letters to read. Off you go. That's not enough for me.
like it's world building, but it's not world building. It's just, yeah, okay, you've got a greater perspective, like in the main game of like the Roman era and the end of the Roman era, assassins, but it's not really building up on like what Eivor thinks of this in a way. So I think
Exactly.
if they had the bureaus back, and particularly French bureaus, it would be interesting to have them as active and working to see
Yeah,
how they would have that transition, and maybe they act differently than Hytham and Bassend do.
exactly. If they're active, then they could be alliances in themselves. So you're taking something that I didn't like personally, the alliance map, but making it more interesting because the
Yeah,
alliances could be assassins or hidden ones,
that'd be
whatever you.
quite cool. I would quite like that.
Yeah, but I don't think that wasn't confirmed. It's just
Mm.
something that was in the well, it was a rumor, I believe. But that would be cool. See, I'm trying
Yeah,
to get it hyped, more hyped for it now,
yeah.
but
I'm not like negative about it. I'm cautiously optimistic, shall we say? Because I am very excited about like um, the lore perspective and the lore potential here. But like mechanics wise, I'm not very happy. Like I'm not very jumping out of my seat like I was.
yeah, I hear you. I hear
Plus,
you.
we have like the announcement of there's going to be another year of like them supporting Valhalla. So we've got this for at least another what until June to September quarter next 22.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was going to get onto that.
And the
Would you,
DLC is coming out this summer, or they say this summer.
yeah, that's quite
Mm.
soon, isn't it? If they're
Especially
talking,
after they delayed Wrath of the Druids, I would have thought maybe an October release, or maybe like something for like the anniversary of the game coming out.
yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I thought Siege of Paris would be sort of the autumn time,
Hmm.
but it might still be because of the pandemic. You just never know these
Yeah,
days, do you? But yeah,
everything's getting delayed.
I was going to get onto that 2 year thing. Do you think that's good? I know they've got different sort of developers in different countries and that Ubisoft.
Yeah.
You've got the Montreal team and whatnot. Would would you say that's a good strategy?
I think it
Or
depends on like what they're going to do with it. Like I am would gladly wait another year for a game if we have like the jump in like quality and writing and like finish that we had between Syndicate and Origins. But and then sort of like being able to have this point of, we're going to do all this stuff with the game. But if it's just going to be like having Yule and Ostara festivals repeated, or just having, constant bug fixes for a year and maybe that surprise third DLC, um, I don't know. I don't know how they could keep the the momentum up. Maybe they did like Orlog festivals or like an Orlog competition where they made it an esport, like they do with Gwent. I don't
possibly?
know.
Yeah, possibly. I I just feel like that time spent should be making the next game better, improving on it. Because like you say about all those bug fixes, I was playing it the other day. I'm still getting bugs, the same bugs as day one. It's like, what?
I haven't been able to get onto my save file for 2 months.
Oh, you might lose it like me.
It's not corrupted, like it's there. But it's the main menu, and clicking the continue button does nothing but make these chime. So like the button press chime, but nothing happens. So it's been 2 months stuck on like the menu screen. And even the update from the 15th of June hasn't solved that. And I've not been able to get back on, do research, and I don't want to have to restart my save.
Yeah.
Because I've got like 300 plus hours in it now. Oh. I might actually cry.
Well, this is the thing. I've lost my save, didn't I? So if you can't play Siege of Paris unless you've finished it, I can't play it. So I'll just have to watch the story.
And
I'm not too bothered.
Level. Yeah, it's the same level of engagement though, because like you put so much effort into these save files. It's like the first weeks and the reports are coming out of people losing 75, 60, 100-hour saves. And that was for the end of November, and people are still having that problem, albeit on a lesser scale. But the game-breaking bugs are still there. And like, I would rather, like, I know the developers are doing so much, and I have so much respect for them to doing this in a pandemic. But like, I'd rather just sort of fix everything than have something like the river raids, which was interesting for a couple of days, but then got very repetitive, and I haven't touched it. And I saw a tweet literally an hour ago, which was, because it's a weekly challenge now on UB Connect, I think, to do like 50 raids. Who's doing that? I don't know anyone who's still doing the river raids for stuff anymore.
Yeah. I just ignored him, that dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that. But yeah, like you say, I've full respect to the devs and stuff. They do work so hard, and like you said, in a pandemic, it's none of it is for me though. None of this extra DLCs and expansions is for me, because I just want an Assassin's Creed story. Is that so much to ask? Is it?
I want all the lore.
Yeah.
The lore.
Exactly. And then you get this extra DLC that's to do with Odin. Like, what's going on here?
Let Eivor know.
What is this next DLC about?
Oh God! When it said in the trailer, like, looks like Odin's not done yet. I'm like, no, he is done. Eivor is done. Let her nap. For God's sake.
It's like, what, Odin?
If they're doing it canonically set after the main events of Valhalla, it's undermining their own writing, or at least that's how I've seen it. Because like Eivor has made a choice. She is the reincarnation of Odin. She is a sage, but she has chosen no. She's going to continue to say no.
Exactly.
And let her.
Yeah, and even if he's trapped in some underworld somewhere, I don't care. I don't want to see him. Give us, like I've said twice already, give us an Assassin's story as a DLC. It's called Assassin's Creed. I'm really wound up.
I was hoping they'd do something like they did with Odyssey. And you know, when they announced the stuff that was going to be in the season pass, and they were like, "Oh, you're going to get Assassin's Creed 3 remastered, free with it." I was hoping they'd be like, "Surprise, we remastered AC1."
Oh, that would have been cool.
For free. No.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
No. At least there's the Discovery Tour. I can survive with that.
Yes, that's a positive I want to get onto as well, because you can't fault that. It's a massive learning experience, a massive education tool.
Yeah.
And they are brilliant. You've got to give props to them for that.
I absolutely adore the Discovery Tours.
How much time have you spent on the Origins and Odyssey ones?
Too many. But in my defense, my like archaeology dissertation is basically a lot like related to Assassin's Creed and like learning using them. and like using things like video games and historically set games as a learning tool. So I can explain it, but it's still a lot.
Yeah. But you've learned a lot from both, I would imagine.
Yeah. And they've used these like discovery tours because you can purchase them as a standalone thing. You don't have to have the full game. But I'm pretty sure when it's either when Origins or Odysseys came out, they gave copies to schools in America and in Canada. So they could use that as a learning tool to that extent as well, which I thought was quite nice.
Yeah. It is quality.
People who don't get the opportunity to learn in the academic environment like I'm in. Like I was lucky enough to do a full like semester module on the Vikings. So I know it pretty much inside out, particularly in the period that Valhalla is set in. Like some people don't get that. Some people can't understand it or don't have the time. And like a 10-minute walking tour to learn about, oh, what's the basis of Odin, Thor, and Loki? What's Yggdrasil? What do they do with tattoos? What's the significance? The afterlife, mummification, and it's more accessible in a way. And I really enjoy that, and I'm glad they've done it. And now I want more.
But yeah, it's better than reading a book, ain't it? For me.
Well, place books.
Sorry. Sorry.
Don't insult books. I like books.
No, I read the Mr Men books as a kid. I love books.
God, I forgot they released the Mr Men books for Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. I have thoughts about that. Like, I'm not like they're a cool collector's item, but considering that Mr. Men books are aimed for kids, I don't know how like not acceptable, but like appropriate they are. Particularly if you've got like 5-year-old kids reading these things.
Yeah, true. So on a discovery tour, is there anything else you want to add to that? Because I know you love your history and that. Anything at all.
I don't know. I do like I don't know, because they changed the Discovery Tour in little bits between the Origins and the Odyssey one. Because when you did Origins, you had all of them open as soon as you started. And then when you had Odyssey, you unlocked tours, you had like a little bit of a questionnaire for like experience points or unlocking new historical or fictional characters to walk around as. I thought that'd be quite like, there could be an in-game mechanic for it. I don't know, or having it explained as like Hytham giving you a history lesson. I thought that'd be quite nice, having Hytham lead some of them.
That'd be cool. He could actually tell us what the hidden ones were up to, because the main game didn't do that, did it? So that'd be cool.
Or be like,
although that's not real history, I guess.
Or have like Hytham explain the Viking trade one or something, because they weren't just Scandinavian. They did go all the way down to like the Ottoman Empire and like all the way to Finland, as we know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Just formatic differences, I think.
Cool.
I think having them open, there's got to be a line of having all of them open, but not having to force people to go through the ones they don't want to read. Like there will be topics that some people might not enjoy as much and will just walk through to get to the end, and just then you're not really engaging with the content, and then what's the point of having it?
Yeah, very true. Very true. So I think we'll go on to our next topic now. It's basically just a recap on what else was going on at E3. So you watched the Square Enix presentation. Is there anything in there you liked the look of?
The Life is Strange True Colors, like first deeper look, I was very excited by. I'm a massive Life is Strange fan, and I am very excited. That is pretty much everything I will say on that, because my brain is like, I love it, but I don't know that much about it compared to like when I got into Life is Strange 2. But I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go, particularly now they're the superpowers that Alex has, the protagonist for Life is Strange True Colors, is emotionally. So rather than like Max's being able to rewind time, hers is using like people's emotions, or like being able to read emotions to change and learn information and potentially change their emotions, which I thought was quite a cool concept. But it could, I don't know where they're going to go with it. And I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy, Square Enix as well. It must be because they did Avengers.
Yeah, I see that. I wasn't watching Square Enix live, but I have seen bits and bobs of that Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was honestly my favorite trailer because of the music. Like, if you want me to like something, having a decent soundtrack will like double or triple your chances.
I'm the same.
But their villain, whose name escapes me, or like the villain reveal at the end, I jokingly tweeted that it looks like Cassandra, but in like the Hades armor. And like the response to the tweet, it blew up. So the Twitter algorithm was very kind to me that day. There was like 3 groups of people. There was like, what are you talking about? That looks nothing like her. 2, oh my God, what game is that from? 2, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who thought that. Like, I'm a nerd and I'm proud of it. And that looks like Cassandra to me.
Yeah, that reminds me of when people thought Ranvi was Cassandra.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh God. The like, never underestimate how much people love Cassandra, okay? Yeah. We will try and find her anywhere.
Yeah. I hear you. I was a fan of Cassandra, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, I didn't watch every presentation. I watched Nintendo, and again, I was underwhelmed. I was like, what is this? Yeah. Like, again, we're in a pandemic still. Get it. Totally get it. But even the Breath of the Wild trailer didn't wow me. It was cool. It was cool that it looks like it's all like in the air, like a floating city, or sort of like BioShock Infinite. I guess that's cool, but I wasn't like, wow, I can't wait to play this sort of thing. Yeah. And there was nothing else in that Nintendo presentation really that wowed me. Like I said, there was a Wario game, there was bits and bobs. I was like, God, this E3 sucks.
Yeah, most of that Nintendo stuff went over my head. The only other thing that was interesting was the announcement that Life is Strange and the remaster collection and True Colors and stuff is coming to the Switch. It was the only other thing that made me go, oh, that's cool, and then kept scrolling on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think the only other thing that made me like lose my collective shit was the Yosobo Studio announcement they did for A Plague Tale Requiem. I love A Plague Tale Innocence, so I missed that section of their talk, and then I just got sent the trailer from a friend, and I was jumping up and down because I love Amicia. I love that game. I love the setting. It is gorgeous, if gory, and I've been waiting for 2 years for this game, and it's coming out this year.
Oh, cool. Good stuff. I could see you're excited.
I'm so happy.
I love that when you just get proper hyped for a game.
Yeah. I think the last time I was proper hyped for this game was Hades.
Oh, yeah.
I am now also excited about because my computer cannot play games, and I haven't been able to find... I'm a physical copy of the games person. Like, the only times I've downloaded games, it's when I've won them or I've been given a code from someone who didn't want it. But now Hades is coming to the PS4.
Wicked.
Yay.
Yeah, I've heard that's a good game.
Sweet cosplay references. I cannot wait.
Yeah, so trying to think for me, I don't want to sound so negative in this podcast. I'm trying to find something I was excited about. No, I can't think.
It's got to be something. Come on.
Do you know what? I'm not a Halo person, but Halo looked pretty good. I watched the Xbox one. It looked pretty good.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'm also not a Halo person, but it looked intriguing, but not enough to like grab me. and make me want to play it.
Yeah, I probably, I probably won't play it.
Same with like the Rainbow Six Extraction. Like the concept was cool, but it got to a point where I was very sort of interested, and then they started playing the demo, and then I went, oh, maybe not. And then sort of was like that Homer Simpson gif where he backs away into the hedge, just no.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, a lot of online multiplayer games are a bit like that.
Yeah, I'm a single player person. I stand by it.
Yeah, I agree. But sometimes I did play a couple of multiplayer games on the Switch recently. Splatoon, I bought that.
Never played Splatoon.
I was having quite a bit of fun with that for a couple of months, and Smash Bros.
I've also never played Smash Bros.
Yeah, and I thought
I call myself a gamer.
Well, that's the thing. I thought, do you know what? This is quite good because it's competitive rather than single players. Single player games, you're okay. They can be tough, but you're not against someone. So I found that quite. I thought, do you know what? I might get into multiplayer a bit more now, but I haven't since. And do you know what? I've hardly played any games this year. The only games I've played is Little Nightmares 2, which I loved. It's like a scary game. You played it as well.
I'm not a horror person, but I really enjoyed it.
Oh my God, I didn't realise you played it. It's amazing.
I played it once, but I really enjoy it.
So wait, so you've played the first both? You played the first, the second, or just the first?
I played through Little Nightmares 2 once.
Oh, cool. So it's amazing.
I'm not a horror gamer, but I did really enjoy it.
I'm the same. It's like I like being on the edge.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It didn't annoy me as much as like Fall Guys did.
Fall Guys, yes.
Which I still play.
I played that up till Christmas, Fall Guys.
Yeah.
When that came out, that's another multiplayer game, actually. I've kind of contradicted myself. I do play some multiplayer games, but I loved that when it came out. It was like a phenomenon, wasn't it?
It was like, you know, that summer when Pokemon Go came out in 2016, where everyone was just absolutely elated and all this energy. It was like, oh, this cutesy game that was soul destroying.
It was. Did you win any? No?
I've still not won.
What?
It's been almost a year.
No way.
I'm so bad. I've come second so many times, and then it's been like a split-second decision where I've lost the like crown.
Yeah.
And I'm eternally mad, but I've never been able to do it yet, even on like team modes and no.
Oh, it took me a while to win one, but once I won one, I was just doing it over and over. But then I stopped playing it.
Rub it in.
The one I won the most was one where you just had to jump when the spinning thing was going around. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember proper sweating, jumping.
It's so much nicer than the hexagons one. No.
Oh yeah. The most frustrating final, though, I should remember them, but the one where you had to climb up the hill.
Yeah. No. I just don't even try with that because I know I won't get anywhere close.
Yeah. So was there any Fall Guys updates over E3? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I know they've announced, like, I think Monday, they announced a new skin, but not anything drastic or like a new season or whatever. It's just sort of not like Among Us, which has had like its 3rd anniversary reveal update for like 15 player lobbies and like possibly new maps and stuff. And I haven't played that since Christmas. I've actually uninstalled it from my laptop because I just don't play it.
Fair enough.
I didn't even play it when they had like the Henry Stickmin update, and I love the Henry Stickmin games. So I don't know what would bring me back at this point.
Yeah. Or maybe you will at some point. But yeah, is there anything else from E3 you want to mention?
I don't know, because it's like you said, it was pretty underwhelming this year. I remember when 2019 happened, because that was the first time, A, I really paid attention, and B, like all these games are coming out where I was super excited for. Like 18, 19 were very good years for game releases, or like game announcements.
Yeah, I agree. I've got a theory that next year is going to be the biggest ever because of the delays of the pandemic. It's going to be like, it's going to be crazy. This year is not so good, but it's understandable.
Yeah.
And we move on, I guess. But yeah.
Bigger and better next year. Hopefully next year's will be in person.
Yes.
Because I know Ubisoft picked some star players this year. And it's normally their thing where they go to E3, they get invited to like E3 and Gamescom, or there's another one which I can't remember. And they get to do all these like exclusive events, or they get to have fun and go on tours and stuff. And I don't think they've been able to do anything remotely close to that this year.
Yeah, they haven't, unless
they
America
missed that opportunity and stuff. And I would want next year's like lot to have it and have that fun, have that opportunity, especially when you see like
oh, you're frozen.
Oh, come on. It's frozen in an unattractive way as well. Come on.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Is
maybe I'll not yet, but maybe I'll put something over it. Something over the screen. Like
yeah, I think my camera's gone.
An E3 trailer. I think or something. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here then.
Yeah, seeing as my laptop has decided to just not work. Okay.
Well, at least your glasses ain't steamed up again. You can't really see any of us now. Either of us.
Just put like a photo of me. Or a cat. I don't know. There'll be something.
We'll see. But yeah, where can people find you? I'll put the links in the description, of course. Where can people find you?
I have a YouTube channel where I do a podcast, although I say it's regularly, but not very regularly.
It's good though. I was expecting
Assassin's Creed Lore one. I'm very proud of it.
I was expecting another one pretty soon.
There may be another one coming soon. Oh. Wink, wink.
Looking forward to that then. But
keep an eye on the fact that I'm playing Black Flag at the moment, and you might get clues to what I might be doing next.
Oh, wicked! Proper looking forward to it now.
But I also have Twitter. Twitter shall also be there. I'm currently in the process of doing cosplay, like getting started in cosplay, which is pretty fun. I have no idea what I'm doing, so follow me for that chaos if you like, and for random panic tweets or lore or whatever. I don't know. It's chaos, but it's nerdy chaos, and I think you can gather from the name, the Nerdy Archer. Come follow me for chaos. Like chaos reign.
Good stuff. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, yeah, we might as well say bye now. Like I said, you're frozen. My eyes. You can't even see my eyes. So that is the cue.
Two very different chaos events are happening here today.
Oh, the beauty of the internet and Zoom. Right?
Oh God, yeah. I'm so glad. Real world is happening again. I am done with Zoom.
Same. All right then. Well, thanks to anyone who's watching. Let me know what you think in the comments about all the Assassin's Creed related stuff. Like, subscribe, and see you soon. See ya.